Good morning, traders, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So as usual, starting off with Euro USD. I think yesterday was expecting this thing to continue to the upside, but we had this bit of a sell-off going into the close yesterday. We are range bound. We do have the Feds coming out with their monetary policies later today, so more than likely all US dollar pairs will be in a holding pattern of sort until that data or those comments come out, that speech comes out, and only then will we get some direction. And that direction may just be to continue in this range. Okay, so we're very much in the range. You can see selling off the top, buying off the bottom. We slap bang in the middle of the range now on the moving average as well of the 8 hour. And I just want to add another level where price is here, because that is a critical level right where we are now, 118.438. Okay, so we're definitely looking for direction on the dollar at the moment. If we can get down to the hour, you will see that level is in play. And I think for as long as you're below the moving average, it is short, and you're looking for targets all the way down. Let me just do this so you can see. There's a target area there. Okay, we almost got that. There's a target area there. Okay, there's a target area there, and then there's one down here. Okay, so just look to the left, look for each of these pin bars, look for fractals, and those are your target areas. Okay, obviously you want to sell off resistance. The closest resistance at the moment is this area here. Okay, so 118.595, probably 118.600. That's your closest resistance, which you want to sell off. Okay, this area that we're in now obviously is of interest, but as I said, don't be too surprised to see this just meander sideways until we get the data later tonight. Okay, well, it's tonight for me. It'll be sort of mid-morning or so, US time. But pretty much for Europe and South Africa, that's around 8 o'clock South African time, which is GMT +2. Okay, so there's nothing really that we can see happening here. Anyway, moving on to US dollar, Japanese yen. Here we have had this break of the triangle, a little bit of a different picture here. Dollar is falling against the yen. So same rules apply though. This level here is still, it hasn't been breached yet on the 8 hour. There is an attempt in play, but we need to wait for the candle to finish to see what transpires. So 105.316 is the critical level at the moment. And if we come back down to the hour, you'll see the trend to the downside is continuing. Did we bounce off a level? Yes, we did. You can see we came up, bounced off a level, and then meandered to the downside. Okay, so same scenario, this is exactly what we're looking for. But again, US dollar pairs, so I'm not really going to be watching this, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let me just adjust this, because this pin bar is now a level. It is a breakout that has happened. You see breakout, retest, single bar retest, but it is happening. Trend is down. I'm looking for pullbacks and opportunities to sell. Okay, so looking at this and looking at Euro USD, if we just come to a higher time frame here, we do have quite a bit of support here. It could be bottom of range here as well. Look at all the support here. Okay, we are dropping a little bit below it, but I would take that with a pinch of salt at the moment. Look at the area of support. You can see you've used it as support here, used as resistance here, used as support, used as support, used as support, and we're now flirting with it again. So not an area I'd want to be short at the moment, not an area I want to be long either, because the number of attempts that we've tried at this, and because we are doing this lower highs all along. Okay, so yeah, another dollar pair that I think I will just sit on my hands. Okay, moving on to British Pound USD. Before we get into that structure, if you haven't dropped us a comment or a thumbs up or thumbs down or interacted with me somehow, I really appreciate it. Just interact, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so moving on to British pound, US dollar. So we do have some data coming out on the British pound pair. Well, we've got UK data coming out, which is going to impact the British pound some way, but this is pound dollar, so that might be mitigated by the dollar that'll be in a holding pattern. But this trend is fairly strong for the downside. We are meandering up at the moment, and as far as I'm concerned, these levels, if you look to the left, you can see why they're drawn in. There's a lot of resistance. So this was support, and I just put one more in. So this area here was support before. We've broken through it. We're coming back to test them. So my bias here is still to the downside. This is a bit of a channel that's forming. Okay, there it is there. So we do have a bit of a bearish channel, and the logic for me at the moment is pretty simple. Come back to 50%, 61.8 Fibonacci of this last move down. So let's just add some more noise to the chart just to make it really complicated. And you can see we are at the 50% at the moment, and this level here of 129.334 is the 61.8. Okay, so let's just keep that and keep that and keep that and delete the rest. Okay, so those are the levels that I have at the moment. Problem is big up, big down, big confusion. Okay, so you can see these big swings, big swing up, big swing down, big swing, big swing, big swing. Complete confusion. We haven't really tagged a level yet, which is why the bears are waiting, and the bulls are trying to trade this 1 hour break and trending to the upside. So I'm really keen for a short somewhere in 129.726, and possibly even in this area of 129.334. Okay, so just bear in mind you've got data coming out, you've got noise, which is going to introduce volatility into this chart, so just be wary of that. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, pretty much going nowhere. I really thought we had this wedge breakout, retest, and then we now, and you look at it, just deletes. Let's just delete everything. We're pretty much going nowhere. So at the moment, I would adjust my trend line to that, and then I would adjust this trend line to that. Okay, it's still a consolidation pattern, being a megaphone formation, but look at these areas of, well, let's call them, they're just mini ranges. So just do this. So there's one there, there's one there, there's another one there, and we're busy with another one here. Here was one, there was one, there was one, there was one. So consolidating very much, but it does look like it's consolidating and starting to turn to the downside. So I'm kind of probably going to drop this off my radar today. It's not really transpiring into anything, not getting any good opportunities here. So we'll just have a look to see if there's any other currency pairs that would offer opportunity. Now, bear in mind we've got this gap to the downside here. Okay, so you probably find this thing's going to meander and then move to the downside, come and close a gap. So there may be a short on offer. Let's just sorry guys, let's just show what's happening here. Looks like nothing much. We've lost connection to the server, that's why. Okay, we're back. Right, so looking at the hour, you can see consolidation, 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 consolidation. So we did close, we haven't closed the gap to the upside. So We've got a gap to the upside and we've got a gap to the downside. And we're slap bang in between the two. Money in pocket, not bothering with this. Let's move on. Pound, Japanese yen. So we've had the strong move down on the 8 hour. We are consolidating at a fairly major level. Remember, look to the left, you can see this area here, 135,441. That is an area of support. We are mucking around here, tails up, tails down, big moves up, big moves down, and that is a range, and it is also confusion. Okay, so we've got some big data coming out in the UK today, so that's more than likely why we're doing this right now, to wait and see what that data provides us with. So expect some volatility. Pretty difficult to ascertain whether we're going up or down at the moment. So for me, the levels that we have here are the key ones that we need to find, either break up or down. So 135441 gives us more downside, and you can probably just move this a little bit down onto the top of the range here, and 136530 would give me a move to the upside. However, just bear in mind, if you look at the 8 hour, this trend is fairly strong to the downside. Original trend was up. We are more than likely at a Fibonacci level. Let's just double check that. Yep, on the 61.8 at the moment. So this is a fairly interesting area, and that was the wrong line. We want that. This is a very, very interesting level at the bottom here. Okay, 135148. Okay, so yeah, I think money in pocket until the data comes out. Once the data has come out, it will influence the market. Give it 15 minutes to half an hour to settle and find its direction. If it's going to find a direction, it may still be influenced by the Feds later. So that's pretty much my advice on this pair. 50-50 at the moment. So this could be a consolidation for another leg down. Alternatively, this could be the pullback onto a Fibonacci level on the higher time frames, where the bulls are going to start looking to buy this. Okay, so that's pretty much the views there. Aussie dollar, US dollar, another US dollar pair, and again, look at the volatility, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, sideways. I'm really not interested in trading this one either. Okay, so we do have the head and shoulders here, which have come back to test. So it does look like we're moving up. I mean, we are basically trending up if you look at all these lows here. So we are in a bit of an uptrend on the 1 hour. It's just a messy uptrend, and I'm not really keen on that. So what I would want to see, let me just use another level. So if we're going to trade this, continue trading this to the upside, I want to see a retest of either 073098 or even a spike down a bit lower, somewhere there, which is 073026. And when you spike down into that area and then start getting some bullish price action off the 15-minute, that may get me long. But at the moment, this is probably going to go sideways. It is a dollar pair until later tonight. Okay, pound Aussie dollar. So remember, we've got British data coming out today. So it'd be very interesting to see what transpires here. So at the moment, lots of confusion off two levels. Do you see the tails up, tails down? And very much the same as the pound Japanese yen at the moment. So we are going to be waiting for data, and then it's going to be an opportunity to trade. So this one, we've got a pretty strong downtrend on the pound Aussie dollar, okay, into a big consolidation area. If we just get across to the weekly, you'll see we're in an area, massive area of support on the weekly. However, big move down, bit of a consolidation, another bar down. So, this trend is the downside. We want to be trading the downside. We are in a zone of support, so we need to be wary. But it doesn't necessarily mean we have to ignore the signals that come out. So for me at the moment, we need to get below key levels, and this level here is one of them, 176.158. Break below, retest, move down. Expect buyers to step in at 175.481. But if we do get through that convincingly, then I think this downtrend will continue a little bit longer. Okay, so at the moment, it's pretty much sit on hands for all the pairs, at least until the UK data comes out this morning. Then have a look at the UK pairs to see what's transpiring. Every other dollar pair, my advice to you, stay well away from it. Have a look at it later tonight. If you are UK-based, Europe-based, South African-based, pick it up tomorrow. Don't even bother tonight, because the only volumes that can come through are going to be the volumes from the US market, which is not going to be as much as from the European market, and also definitely not as much as that golden hour or two when the Europe and US is open at the same time, because then the volumes are immense. Okay, so that's it for me today. If you're still listening and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We do this every day, and we will get back to you tomorrow. Hope it helps, and cheers for now.